Sonic the Hedgehog is the highest grossing film of 2020. I mean, it came out before the pandemic hit, so it's very possible. I haven't checked the records, but it could be true. This film marks the first time we're seeing Sonic on the big screen, and he's voiced by Ben Schwartz, and the film also stars James Marsden and Jim Carrey. As we're revisiting the 2020 film, prepping ourselves for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that comes out next week, at least I believe next week. I'm not exactly sure when I'm dropping this video, but it's around the corner, so I'm excited to see our furry friends Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles on the big screen, but we cannot forget what this film that I'm about to review almost did to us.
Gotta go fast.
Ah! Oh, sorry, I still get very startled when I see it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hez Project. I'm John Rodolaz, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I moved my mic a little bit closer. Huh? How do you guys like that? I like that. It's really nice. Today, we're going to be reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog, the film that came out in theaters right before the pandemic hit. And to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When I bought tickets to see this movie, I passed out. I was out cold. I was not present during this movie. I was gone. All I remember was really nothing. I just remember like Sonic going to the bar with Cyclops, and then the evil Egghead was transported to Mushroom World. Look, I just don't remember anything. That's why I had to rewatch it. Look, it's always good to rewatch the films that you're about to talk about, because sometimes they're not all necessarily there and fresh on your mind. I had to rewatch it, and I had a lot of fun watching it from start to finish with my eyes open at all times. Ben Schwartz really does a good job voicing Sonic. I know a lot of people are like, oh, they want Jaleel White to voice him because he voiced him in this other Sonic thing, and only one person can voice one character in all of time. I, for one, am a fan of Ben Schwartz. I like him in Parks and Rec. That's really like the only thing I've seen him in, but he was very annoying at first when I was watching it as a young person, but as I grow and started watching the show even more, I grew a much bigger appreciation for Mr. John Ralphio. So I really like Ben Schwartz's voice acting in this film, dude. He really does bring this character of Sonic to life for what they're going for. And what they're going for is Sonic, he's in the real world, yeah, and he's in the big city, yeah, and he's interacting with humans, yeah. Those aren't necessarily the ingredients that I would like in my video game to film adaptations. It's not the first things that would come to mind, is just plucking them out of their respective world and bringing them into ours. Like, that's not really what I want to do, because it's kind of that fish out of water story that we've gotten plenty of times with real people, but like you can think you can get away with it with just your little animated character. Like, no, it gets old quickly. It reminds me of the not so well remembered Alvin and the Chipmunks films and the Smurfs films. That's what it reminds me of. Only in the Sonic movie, I feel like they found a really good balance of making a Sonic movie while also, you know, not going too deep into the well of Sonic lore to where you're just gonna lose casual people and all this movie serves as a movie for nerds. What I'm trying to say is there's a science to how they go about things. You know, I feel like having James Marsden's character in here serves some sort of purpose, and I do appreciate his relationship with Sonic in this film. It's not throwaway, it's not forced, or it doesn't even feel like kind of slapped together. It feels well written, and it's actually kind of funny at times to see these two bond over small little things. I love it, dude. I love it. And Ben Schwartz, like I said, great voice acting. He really does carry the film, despite them disrespecting him on the Blu-ray release. He's not even like credited on the cover. It's just James Marsden and Jim Carrey on the left and right. It's, come on. Now I want to dive into Jim Carrey. Look, I really wanted to have an opinion on Jim Carrey. When those trailers were dropping, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. And then I passed out. So I really had maybe 1 minute of memory of Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik on screen. I don't remember any of it, so I had to rewatch it specifically for that, because a lot of people were telling me that, oh, it's like a return to form for Jim Carrey, and you know, he's good in it. Like, it's not his best performance. I definitely don't think so. It's like he's channeling his inner 90s Jim Carrey. He went back to that, and it's just as good, but I don't know. His performances from back in the day, I just feel like are leaps and bounds better than this. But it was really nice to see that he was just here to entertain. He was here to make a fun, silly, wacky movie for the family and the kids, specifically, who are big fans of Sonic. And I liked it, dude. He really did have me chuckling quite a bit in this movie. All right. Are you gonna talk about special effects now? So, like, they're all right. Like, look, it was so good that they, at the last minute, revamped Sonic and made him look more like how he's supposed to look, or at least more like how we know him from the video games and from comic books. I still stand by, doing your own thing for a film adaptation and all that, but what is this? I'm trying to put together who thought it was okay to release that trailer that day. No. I'm trying to understand who thought it was okay to click render. No. I want to know who thought it was okay to put pencil to paper, look at that and say, render it. Like, no, never. Don't stop there. That's concept art. Throw it out, draw it again, and don't stop until you get something better. I remember when they first released like the teaser poster for Sonic, and it was just a silhouette of him, and he was all just blacked out, and he was like on one knee, and you could see his human legs, his human hand. It was not gonna work, dude. I'm telling you right now, it was not going to work, no matter how great Ben Schwartz is. Something about that was just going to make everyone's eyes bleed, and we were all gonna walk out. We were all gonna throw our popcorn on the floor and punish the theater guys because, oh my god. That goes without saying, if they hadn't changed the Sonic look, it really would have been like a make or break scenario for the movie, because there's not a whole lot of breathtaking visual effects in here. Like, I know a lot of people complained about how the CGI looks in here with the robots not necessarily fitting into frame. They look like they were just kind of thrown in there, and they don't match the lighting completely. And I can kind of see what they mean in certain scenes, but it was still fun. I was able to suspend disbelief and suspend some of my vision, I guess, because at least our hero, the main focus, the main attraction of the film, looked like how we all like him to look, It's much better, and it really did help, rather than have a whole 2-hour flick of a unwashed, mutated hedgehog. Quite a bit of the comedy in this film is very entertaining, and it does work for me. I don't know how you guys feel, but I gotta say Ben Schwartz does kind of overshadow Jim Carrey in the comedy department in this film. Like, Jim Carrey is wacky. He's supposed to be this eccentric villain on screen, and I like it. He does pull it off because he's Jim Carrey. He can do us no wrong, but Ben Schwartz had some of the best lines in the film, and he delivered them so well, dude. Like, Sonic existing in the world in his own little cave, reading comic books and knowing a little thing or two about pop culture. It works. I really do think it works, and it's just gonna work even more once we get into the sequel, get introduced to more elements of the Sonic lore, while also retaining some of the heart that was in this movie. And there's a lot of heart, dude. Like I said, that relationship between James Marsden's character and Sonic, it works. It's not this forced, in-your-face relationship. It actually feels like, oh, this human found this creature, and they're now friends. I would say it serves as a good family film. Like, dads might not be super into it. If they love Jim Carrey, they might get a little kick out of seeing him acting all wacky like he used to in the 90s. But I don't know if parents are like super like akin to Sonic. I mean, maybe they might think he's cute and like annoyingly adorable because he says adorable things, but I don't know, maybe. I think a lot of kids, a lot of younger audience members will get a kick and love this movie, and probably will eat up that second one because it does look dope. So guys, that's my review for Sonic the Hedgehog. I finally saw it from start to finish with my eyelids completely completely open. Let me know down below, what did you think of the film? Are you a big fan of it, and are you hyped to see this second one? What are your hopes to see in this sequel? As always, guys, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Be sure to stick around because we are still doing our Jurassic Park World Marathon. I'm going to be reviewing Jurassic Park 3 next. Be on the lookout for that. I'm not entirely sure when that's going to drop, but it's coming. Don't worry, guys. Also, Morbius is somewhere, and I'm not hearing too good things about it, but I already bought my tickets, and I can't return them. At least I'm too lazy to try and find out. But anyways, be on the lookout for those videos. There's a bunch of content coming to the channel, and as I always say, there is more to come.